deadly cancer of corruption is holding us hostage. It has become part of the nation's heritage. Waking up to the news of billions swindled from different government institutions, and condemnation has always emerged from all sectors expressing disgust over the occurrences.
We recall the Valley Dam saga, the junk military hardware saga, the Uganda Commercial Bank saga, the Chogam saga, the local council bicycle saga, and the pension fund saga.
When the oil money or the oil itself will be a pollutant, will cause more pollution at the political environmental level.
At times they go over the budget, and there is no documentary evidence like the minutes of the council to approve that.
However, the generous talks have always fallen short of doing the needful, pinning down suspects and initiating a process to recover the stolen money. Legal minds continue to punch holes in the chain that the country trusts to bring the culprits to book, right from detectives looking for incriminating evidence to the final job of convincing those on the bench that those at hand are guilty.
I know that the office of the DPP is independent, but how independent is it in relation to the executive?
Some have questioned the capacity of detectives to unearth necessary evidence that pins and probably sends victims to prison or refund the money. But then you take into account that many do not have the required expertise to expose fraudsters, feasting on billions of public money, or if they do, then there is a weakness somewhere. There also arises the question of coordination between the investigators and prosecutors, with earlier reports that legal minds in the Attorney General's chambers deliberately ignore crucial hints that have caused the failure of prosecution. The irony has also been the financial muscles of individuals under investigations compared to those investigating them, which make the detectives and prosecutors vulnerable.
If the corrupt person throws at him about 20 million shilling, tell me in Uganda who would not do, who would get compromised.
Peculiar incidents have also occurred with prosecution witnesses throwing their weight behind those they are supposed to pin down, raising the question of how organized our agencies are in executing their mandate. As the vice brings the country to its knees with disastrous impacts in critical sectors, questions continue to arise as to how independent our investigation machinery is in a country where the strongman syndrome is clearly visible. Now, as the common citizens painfully embrace their poor conditions, the country has a huge burden to battle, while corruption emerges as an expensive part of our economy, with attempts to fight this expensive venture costly in itself, worsened further by the huge costs government has had to pay to aggrieved individuals who drag the state to court. The end result is a vicious circle of losses, which consumes a significant part of the government expenditure and benefiting suspected corrupt officials. Sabiti Joseph, the Best Television.